guys, Molly here and welcome back to my channel. So today I am going to be doing a YA fantasy recommendation video for you guys. So I have 6 fantasy series that I am going to talk about and I am going to recommend to you guys. So let's just get started. So the first one is, everyone knows this book and this whole series and everything. So I'm just going to talk about it anyway, just in case for you guys who are watching who have never heard of this series or anything. Which, do you like live under a rock or something? Because it'd be really surprising if you didn't know this series or anything. But that series is the Harry Potter series by J.K. Rowling. So this book is about this 11-year-old boy named Harry, and he thinks he's just this normal boy, and then one day he is told that he is a wizard and everything, and then he goes to this school called Hogwarts and everything, and he meets all these friends and everything, and then there's this bad person who tries to ruin Harry's life. Basically, that's the whole premise of the story and everything. So yeah, this is like a really famous series. Basically, if you like wizards and witches, this is a great series for you if you do enjoy that type of stuff. So yeah. And the next series I have to show you guys is Evermore by Alison Knoll. So this is the Immortals series. That's the name of the series. So you have Evermore, and then you have Blue Moon, and then you have all these other books. I don't know how many exactly books there is in the series, but yeah, I really enjoyed this, so I recommend you guys reading it also. So basically, there is this girl named Ever. She, her and her family get into a car crash and everything, and basically her family dies, and then she is, I think, brought back to life. And now she has these abilities where she can see auras, and she can read people's thoughts, and by touching them, she can know anyone's whole life story and everything. And this book is really good, and I really recommend you picking this up if you like this type of supernatural element to fantasies and everything. So basically, I wouldn't consider her psychic, but she has kind of psychic abilities. So if you like those type of stories, this is a great series for you to pick up. And another series that everyone knows about that has been turned into 5 movies, I think. So yeah, this is another world famous series and movie series and everything. And that series is the Twilight Saga series by Stephenie Meyer. She writes the Twilight series and everything, and then she writes The Host. I think it's just a standalone. It's a sci-fi and everything. But yeah, this involves vampires. So if you love vampires, then this is a great series for you, and I really recommend you picking this up if you do love vampires, but they are different kind of vampires and everything. But there's this girl, Bella. She is originally from Arizona, but she decided to stay with her dad, Charlie, in Washington, in a town called Forks, and then she meets this guy named Edward, and things happen from there, and not everyone likes this series, I guess. They're not bad, but they're just a cheesy romance fantasy novel. And I think they're cute and everything. But yeah, so if you like vampires, this is a great book for you to read. And the next series is really widely known throughout the booktube community and everything. So this is a high fantasy series, and the last book is actually coming out this October and everything. But I've only read the first two books, so yeah, but I really like the first two books, so I'm going to be recommending you this series. And this series is the Throne of Glass series by Sarah J. Maas. Yes, I am saying that series a lot. Sorry about that, but they're like basically all series and everything. But this book is about this girl, Selena, Selena? I don't know why, it's hard for me. I think it's Selena. But this book is about this girl, Selena, and she is an assassin, but she was taken to a labor camp in, I think, coal mines or something. So, yeah. And then she is brought out of the labor camp and she is brought to the castle to be the king's champion. And there's this whole thing where all these like bad people, like thieves, assassins, and everything are fought to be the king's personal assassin and everything. And this book is amazing, so if you really like high fantasy, then this is a great read for you to pick up. And the next book I have for you to recommend, it is another book by Sarah J. Maas. And it is widely known throughout BookTube, and it is loved throughout BookTube and everything. And this is one of my favorite series. I've only read the first book. I still have to read A Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J. Maas, but as you know by the title of the second book, you might figure out what the first one is, and that is A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. So this is another high fantasy book that does involve fairies and everything, but there's this girl, Farah. She thinks she kills a wolf in the woods, and then one day someone comes to her house, takes her away, and brings her onto the other side of the wall where the fairies live, and then where Farah lives is where the humans live and everything. So she's taken to the other side of the wall, and things happen, and it's such an amazing book. I really recommend you reading this if you haven't, but this is another high fantasy book. So if you love high fantasy, again, this is another book you really, really need to pick up because you won't regret it. And the last and final book I have to show you, it is another high and love, like a hyped series and love series here on BookTube and everything. And that series is City of Bones, or the Mortal Instruments series by Cassandra Clare. So this book does involve, it's basically, it has shadow hunters in it, and it's like, if you love the supernatural, then this is a great book for you to read. So it's about this girl, Clary, and she is a mundane. That's what they call people who are not shadow hunters, who are just regular human beings and everything. So one day she goes to this club and she sees a murder, but she didn't actually see a human being murdered and everything. And there's this whole, like, it's just, I don't really know how to explain it, but if you love shadow hunters and demons and everything like that, then this is a great pick for, like, a great book for you to pick up. So I don't think you're gonna regret it. It's an amazing book, and I really recommend you to read this. So that is it for this video. So if you have seen any of the books, any books that you like from these fantasy books and everything, make sure you go pick them up. You won't regret it and everything. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you give this a big old thumbs up. Make sure you like this video. And also make sure you subscribe down below to see more of me if you did enjoy this video. And also comment down below any fantasy books that you do recommend and everything. So yeah, I will see you in the next video. Bye guys!